So let's move on to the next question, guys. In this question, we are given that there is a room A, and in the room A, there are 10 women and 3 men present in the room. At the same time, there is another room B in which there are 3 women and 5 men present. Okay. Now what we do is that we pick one person from room A and we put that person in room B, right? So after we have moved one person from room A to room B, after that we pick a person from room B, right? So we have to tell what is the probability that a woman has been picked, right? Okay, so now tell me one thing. There is a room A, right, in which there are 10 women and 3 men, right? So for example, if we talk about room A, right, how many total people are there? Total people will be how many? 10 plus 3, which is 13, right? Okay. And what about room B? The total people will be how many? The total people will be 3 plus 5, which is 8, right? Now let's assume that because we pick one person from room A and put that person to room B, we don't know if we have picked a man or if we have picked a woman. We just pick one person randomly from room A and put to room B. Now that person can be a man or that person can be a woman, right? So let's assume we pick the person men, we have picked a man, and let's assume we have picked a woman, right? We have picked a woman. Okay, so now tell me one thing. If we pick a man from room A and put him to room B, how will the numbers change? If we have picked a person from room A and put him to room B, then in the room B, how many people will be there? Earlier there were 8 people, 5 plus 3, right? Earlier there were 8 people, but now because we have picked a person from room A and put him to room B, now how many people will be there? There will be 9 people, right? So now there will be 9 people because we have picked one man and put him in room B. And in total, how many men will be there? Earlier there were 5 men, now there will be 6 men, right? So men is equals to 6 and women will remain 3, right? And women will remain 3. So 3 plus 6, 9. Similarly, let's suppose we picked a woman from A and put that woman to B. So now in the room B, how many people will be there? Obviously, we pick one person and we put the person in room B. So earlier there were 8, there will be 9 now. So total will be 9. But if we talk about men, how many men will be there? There will be 5 men, right? Because we have picked a woman. So the number of men remain the same. So there will be 5 men. But if I talk about women, how many women will be there? Earlier there were 3. We transferred one woman from A to B. So there will be now 3 plus 1, 4 women, right? So now in the room B, there will be a total of 9 people in which there will be 4 women and there will be 5 men. I hope this makes pretty good sense, right? Now tell me one thing. We have to calculate the probability that a woman is picked from the room B, right? So the probability becomes what? So the probability that a woman has been picked from room B, right? So tell me one thing. Uh, in the first case, we can have picked a man, right? So let's assume we picked a man. So what is the probability of picking a man from room A? The probability of picking a man from room A is 3 upon 13, right? So this becomes 3 upon 13 into what is the probability of a woman being picked from room B? Because we are talking about this case, right? In this case, we have picked a man from room A and then picked a woman from room B. So if we pick a man from room A. What is the probability? Total people are 13. The number of men is 3. So the probability becomes 3 upon 13. So right now we have picked a man from room A. And now we have transferred that man to room B. So this becomes a scenario. Now out of this room B, we have to pick a woman. So what is the probability that a woman will be picked? That will be 3 upon 9 because the number of women is 3 and total people are 9. So this becomes 3 upon 9. Okay, plus. This can be one case, the case where initially a man is picked. But the second case can be that initially the woman was transferred from room A to room B, right? So if initially the woman was transferred from room A to room B, what is the probability of that? The probability of that is 10 upon 13 because there were 10 women and total 13 people. So the probability that a woman is transferred from room A becomes what? 10 upon 13. Right. Now that we have transferred a woman from room A to room B, right? So this becomes a scenario of room B in which there are 4 women, 5 men and total 9 people. Now we have to pick a person from room B, right? So what is the probability a woman is picked? The probability will be 4 upon 9. I hope this makes pretty good sense, right? So now if you go and solve this, this comes out to be 3 into 3, 9 upon 13 into 9 is how much? 117 plus this is 40 upon 117, right? So this becomes 49 upon 117. I hope this should be pretty clear, right? So the probability that a woman is picked from room B becomes 49 upon 117. So there are two steps in this. Firstly, you pick a person from room A. Because you have picked a person from room A, you can either pick a man or a woman. So you have two cases, right? One case is this and one case is this. After you have picked a man, this is the scenario for room B. After you've picked a woman, this is the scenario for room B, right? And hence you calculate the probability like this. So I hope this should be pretty clear.